Buy low, sell high, that's my motto. I may just quit my job at the power plant and become a full-time stock market guy.
GM, and welcome back to the channel. Now, I recently did a video on FriendTech, going through the actual setup and the kind of basic overview of what the app does. So if you don't know anything about FriendTech, do check that video out. I'll make sure it pops up just around now, and also at the end of this video it will be linked as well. But a bit of an update here on FriendTech, because especially over this last weekend we've had a major uptick in participants on here. So let's dive into some news and see how this thing is developing. If you enjoy this one, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let's jump in. So FriendTech, the social app from BaseChain, is doing very well here and accruing a lot of new users. Some of the news stories here: 50,000 new buyers have stepped in over the weekend. Some people being bearish. I give it 6 to 8 weeks, the critics are warning. And you can also see some stats on there. FriendTech generating over $1 million in fees in a 24-hour basis. So is this just a passing fad or something more sustained? At this point in time, it's hard to know, but I actually think there's a bit of information within here that is suggesting that this is more than just a bit of a fad. So currently users are being incentivized to play on the app, to use it, to buy and sell each other's shares, because there is an ongoing airdrop. So every Friday they drop Airdrop Points. 44,000 users were encompassed in the first airdrop. And as a reminder here, it says 100 million points will be distributed during the first 6-month beta period. Airdrops happen each Friday. Points are recorded off-chain, and they will have a special purpose once the beta period ends. So what we reckon with this is that the points make prizes, the prize being the actual token at the end of this. So FriendTech are almost certainly going to be dropping their own token linked to this. So kind of the success of FriendTech will be quantifiable by the value of said token once it goes live. Now we're seeing some exchanges get interested here. Open Exchange, who have been on the ball with a lot of new launches and things trendy in the crypto space. They just put Ox and Social Fi and a bit of a handshaking together there, suggesting we're going to see some social tokens listed on their page. So this is a new meta in the market, if you haven't already realized, especially over this last weekend. We're really seeing things tick up a notch. Now, one of the pushbacks many people have had is if this doesn't expand outside of crypto, then we are really just drawing attention away from the crypto economy. All the same users are going to pile into this thing, and it will top out very quickly. Now, why I'm more bullish is this. We have Grayson Allen. This guy plays for the Milwaukee Bucks in the NBA, and he recently just signed up to FriendTech, and apparently he's going to be getting some NBA players involved here. So we can see we are branching out into different sectors of the market. This kind of feels like NFTs 2.0 at this point. And so if we get social proofing from outside of the crypto space, these people are obviously onboarding themselves into the BaseChain, which is pretty easy to do because Coinbase's user interface and experience overall is pretty damn simple. So this probably has a larger trickle-down effect when you see people who are more like celebrities, sports stars, that kind of stuff getting involved. Another major one here is Faze Banks joining up over this weekend. This will be the highest profile user on here, 2.7 million followers he has, founder of the Faze clan. As you can see from some comments down here, he says this: FriendTech, I'm sending 5 ETH to one of my holders when we hit the #1 spot. Literally, he's incentivizing people to get onboarded because he's going to be giving out hella cash. So this is super interesting stuff. You can see from the conversation down here, someone says, what makes you bullish on this? Apart from obviously there's monetary incentives behind this. He says, I explained pretty well on his Instagram, but I've always thought the idea of betting on the success of specifically YouTubers and streamers' success would be cool. Outside of just time and resources, I've discovered so many talented people, and a product like this is perfect for that. So betting on the upside of influencers. So we've got gaming influencers coming on board. Quite a few of those have shot up the ranks here on FriendTech over the last 24 hours. You've got NBA players getting onboarded. You've even got music stars as well, and OnlyFans chicks. What more could you possibly want? So a bit of valuation talk here. So this is doing the rounds here. FriendTech raised a Series A for $50 million valuation from Paradigm. Since the first posted, if the valuation here is true, the farming situation will be similar to Blur. That is in reference to Blur, the NFT marketplace. So saying pretty much there's going to be farming galore on here, people trying to increase their volumes, buying and selling their own tokens potentially, setting up new accounts, linking them, depositing funds to those to increase further the airdrop allocations, all that good stuff. And so this will see more activity and more economic value on this app. So Ansem's post here here, what FDV, fully diluted valuation, do we think Friendtech has in the next 6 months if the token does drop? Votes coming in specifically for 100 mil valuation and then up to a 400 mil plus valuation, getting 60% of the votes there. So we're not really sure how the valuation is going to play out, what it will hit on the public market. Oftentimes things are highly overvalued in crypto once they do launch, so the airdrop could be quite lucrative. And of course, currently the valuation is going to be high if they can sustain these levels, because the revenue of Friendtech right now is phenomenal. So these are the biggest fee generators in the whole of crypto. So the Ethereum blockchain generated 3.3 million in fees over the last 24 hours. Lido, the largest ETH staking protocol, $1.5 million. Then in third, just underneath, Friendtech, $1.42 million. You annualize that out, they're making absolute bank right now. And as you can see from number 8 there, the Bitcoin network generated 422K over the last 24 hours. Friendtech easily 3.5xing that. So the likelihood is the valuations could be very large if there's a continuation of the airdrop farming here, because this will boost the overall revenues because people are trading in and out of tokens to get more airdrop points. It's as simple as that. Then a quick glance through the June dashboard on this one. 1.145 million cumulative transactions on this app so far. This seems to be hitting escape velocity. 70,000 unique buyers and 27,000 unique sellers. So 70,000 people have bought, but only 30,000 roughly have found the sell button so far. So most of these things are going to the top right hand corner on any chart you put them on. So a lot of people are aping into this, especially over this last weekend. You can see total volume bought 27.8 mil, sold 21 mil. So a net difference of around $6.8 million of value captured by the creators there. So this is all quite impressive stuff for a very new app. Of course, you'll have to see if the attention around this does sustain, because oftentimes we see things come on, do very well out the gates, but then people's interest just dies off over time because people generally these days have the attention span of a goldfish. But let's jump into the app to finish off here and have a little look at how things have developed since the first video I did. So a quick run through of the user interface on this thing. We'll start in the bottom right hand corner on airdrop. You can see the airdrop points have accumulated so far 661. Been dishing out some codes there. If you need a code, do drop a message down below. We'll leave a few of the ones that have been unused in today's video. So 661 points from the first week. Obviously this is going to go on for 6 more months in total, so hopefully we can rack up some decent points. On the Explore tab, then you can search for your favorite influencer if they have joined. You can see the top users there. So Racer is number 1, one of the creators of Friendtech. Number 2 is Faze Banks, the biggest in terms of social presence out of all of them. Click onto his profile. If you click around the 124 holders area, that kind of bit, you can see the current holders of his shares. You can see what he is currently holding, the activity on this account, and then his personal trade. So he bought 100T Nade Shot. I'm assuming that is also another gamer. And so if you can find people of influence and then find who they're buying, that is a decent strategy for getting in, especially on categories where you don't really have an edge. For example, I don't know too much about the online gaming scene right now. I obviously know about the Faze clan. I don't know who this guy is though, but maybe then we can jump into his profile and see who he's been trading. And that way we can jump through some of these profiles and see who they are. Already straight out the gates, I can see Ryan Wyatt is there. He is in charge of the Polygon Gaming Studio and formerly of YouTube Gaming as well. Again, that could be a bit of alpha just from flicking through some profiles here. Back to chats, this is where you have your chat rooms of all the groups you have joined. So you buy a share, you can then chat to these people independently. As you can see, I bought Elio Trades earlier today as he has just launched overnight. I expect him to be at a higher valuation than 0.29 ETH, seeing as he has over 500,000 YouTube subscribers. So as soon as he mentions this over on Twitter, over on YouTube, you get the gist of things. And then on the homepage here, you can see the activity of your friends on here, the trades that they've been doing, and the information around your recent trades and your friends' trades also. Now, as mentioned, if you haven't used this previously, check out the initial video I did, should be popping up on screen for you. It'll show you how to get involved with Friendtech if you so wish, and should be a good foundational piece to get started. Hope you enjoyed this one. Subscribe if you're new here. See you in the next one. Peace.